Hello viewers and students, this is lecture 7 of the Strength of Material series and today's topic is torsion of circular shaft. Before beginning the torsion of circular shaft, we must know what is the equation of pure torsion, and it is as on your screen. It is given as tau upon r equals to t upon j equals to g theta by L, where symbols have their usual meaning, and you can see where tau is the shear stress taken in Newton per mm square, r is the radius of shaft in mm, t is the twisting moment in Newton mm, j is the polar moment of inertia which is taken in mm to the power 4, and its formula is pi by 32 d to the power 4, where d is the diameter of the shaft. G is the modulus of elasticity, it is taken in Newton per mm square. Theta is the angle of twist taken in radians. L is the length of the shaft taken in mm, and you can see that the length dimension or the dimension for length of the shaft or diameter of shaft is all taken in mm, where all the other units is being taken in SI, and this is done because the diameter of shaft is normally taken in mm. The convenient unit of the shaft is mm, as we use for 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm shaft in our different engineering applications. So that's why all the dimensions or the unit of the length is taken in mm and all the other units are in SI. Now the power transmitted by the shaft, and we all know that the main purpose of the shaft is to transmit power from one shaft to another shaft in factories and workshops. So basically the shafts are being used to transmit power from one point to another point in engine or in lathe or so many different engineering devices. So here we are considering a rotating shaft which transmits power from one of its end to another, and let n is the RPM, T is the average on mean torque. So you need to understand this is the average on mean torque, it is not the maximum torque taken in kilonewton meter. Now work done per minute is, we all know that work is the force into displacement. In angular units we can convert torque into 2 pi n, where n is the RPM or the angular speed, or you can say T is into omega, and finally we get 2 pi nt, and work done per second will be divided by 60 because RPM is in minutes, so you have to divide by 60, and it is 2 pi nt upon 60 kilonewton meter, and work done per second is the power transmitted, and so therefore power transmitted by shaft in second, or it is the power 2 pi nt upon 60 in kilowatt. The power transmitted by shaft in watts is given as 2 pi nt upon 60 into 1000. So there is no kilowatt, it is the unit of watt, so we have converted kilowatt into watt by dividing 1000. Again remembering that T is the mean or average torque and n is the RPM of the shaft, which is the angular speed of the shaft. Now the strength of the shaft, the term strength of the shaft means the maximum torque or power it can transmit. So this term is very important, and this term is being used for designing the shaft. So as a matter of fact, we are always interested in calculating the torque which a shaft can transmit. So let R is the radius of the shaft in mm, tau is the shear stress developed in the outermost layer of the shaft in Newton per mm square. So you need to understand that this tau is the shear stress in the outermost layer. So consider a shaft which is subjected to a torque T. Also consider an element of area dA of thickness dx at a distance x from the center of the shaft as shown in the figure. The figure is here. So you can see we have considered a shaft and we have considered a very small elemental area at a distance x from the center, and the thickness of that elemental length is dx, and the area of this elemental very small elemental is dA as we have assumed, and the r is the radius of the shaft. So therefore dA equals to 2 pi x into dx, because 2 pi x is the circumference multiplied by dx, which is the thickness, and shear stress at this distance x can be calculated by using unitary method, and we know that tau x at a distance x, the shear stress at a distance x, equals to tau, which is the shear stress at the outermost layer, multiplied by x by r. So it is a unitary method where tau is the maximum shear stress or the shear stress at the outermost layer. Now the turning force equals to shear stress into area, and we have to calculate turning force at a distance x, so tau x multiplied by dA. Putting all the values, finally we get on solving 2 pi x upon r into x square dx. Now the turning moment dt is given as turning force. We all know that moment equals to force into perpendicular distance multiplied by the distance of element from the axis of the shaft. So turning force we have already calculated, 2 pi tau upon r x square dx multiplied by x. X is the distance taken from the center, and this is our question number 3. And for whole shaft, to calculate the torque, the total torque which the shaft which can withstand may be found out by integrating from 0 to r, and therefore t equals to 0 to r is being integrated here, and finally we get this term pi by 16 tau into d की power cube Newton mm. And therefore the final expression, the strength of a shaft for a solid shaft is given as t equals to pi by 16 tau into d की power cube or d की power 3 d cube. Again remembering that t is the twisting moment, tau is the shear stress, and d is the diameter. And similarly for hollow shaft we can calculate t equals to pi by 16 tau into d की power 4, which is the external diameter or outer diameter, minus small d power 4, which is the inner diameter of the shaft. Let's have some numerical starting from problem number 1. A solid shaft has to transmit 100 kilowatt at 160 rpm, taking allowable shear stress at 70 megapascal. This is the allowable shear stress, that means it is tau. Find the suitable diameter of the shaft. So you have to find the suitable diameter, that what diameter of the shaft you use so that it can transmit this much of power at this rpm. So basically you are designing a shaft. The maximum torque transmitted by in each revolution exceeds the mean torque by 20%. So the maximum torque is 20% more than mean torque. So now you can see here is the solution. Given P equals to 100 kilowatt, speed R is given as 160 rpm. Allowable shear stress tau is 70 megapascal, is being converted into 70 Newton per mm square. 1 megapascal is 1 Newton per mm square, and the maximum torque T max equals to 1.2 times T, because the maximum torque is 20% more than mean torque or average torque. So therefore adding it we get 1.2 times T. D the diameter of shaft. We know that power transmitted by a shaft is given as, we all know the formula, power transmitted by shaft. So therefore we put the value, and finally we solve for T, and we get the value of T 5.95 into 10 power 6 Newton mm, and the maximum torque is the 1.2 times the mean torque. So from the formula of power transmitted by shaft we get the mean torque, which is this, and for maximum torque we know it is given in the question that it is 20% more. So T max equals to 1.2 times T, and we calculate 7.14 into 10 power 6 Newton mm. We also know that maximum torque is the strength of the shaft. So using the strength of the shaft formula and putting in this formula pi by 16 T tau into d power cube, solving for D we get 80 mm final answer. So you can see we have designed a shaft, and to transmit this much of power at this much of rpm we must use 80 mm diameter. Remembering that we have not taken any factor of safety here, so or you can see the factor of safety is taken to be 1. So if you wanted to take factor of safety, suppose you wanted to take factor of safety as 2, so then you have to multiply this diameter 80 mm multiplied by 2 will be 60 mm, 160 mm. If you wanted to take factor of safety as 3, so you have to multiply diameter by 3, so you will get 240 mm, and so on. So by increasing the factor of safety you also increase the diameter of the shaft, which means that you are tending towards the safer diameter, or the diameter of the shaft will be more safer and it will not rupture, it will not twist after quite a long time. So the problem number 2, a hollow shaft is to transmit 200 kilowatt at T rpm. If the shear stress is not to exceed 60 megapascal and internal diameter is 0.6 times the external diameter, find the diameter of the shaft. So internal is 0.6 times the external diameter, power is given 200 kilowatt, and you can see the solution, the power is given 200 kilowatt, the speed of shaft is 80 rpm, maximum shear stress tau equals to 60 megapascal, which is again converted into 60 Newton per mm square. We know that 1 megapascal equals to 1 Newton per mm square, and internal diameter small d is 0.6 times capital D, where D is the external diameter. We know that torque transmitted by a shaft T equals to pi by 16 into tau, and since this is a hollow shaft, so we are using the formula for hollow shaft, T to the power 4, capital D power 4 minus small d power 4 upon capital D. So this is the outermost diameter and this is the innermost diameter. Putting the value, we know that innermost diameter is 0.6 times D, so we have put, and for solving for torque, now in this formula you will get the torque in terms of D. So this is our equation number 1. We will use this equation in power transmitted by shaft, and putting the value of T and solving for D, finally we get D equals to 132 mm. This is the outermost diameter of the shaft, and the innermost diameter of the shaft will be 79.2 mm or 80 mm. So with this you can calculate the different diameters, and you have just designed a shaft in 2 numericals. Thanks. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you have any question, any query, you can comment and you can ask me directly. Thank you very much.